Yes, now, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back for another video. And this video is the Game Week 1 wrap up and the Game Week 2 early thoughts. Well, as you can see, I didn't do pretty good. 44 points all out. The average of this game week's 54. And I'm currently 7.4 million on the rank. But the only upside I can probably say to myself is it won't get any worse. It won't get any worse from here, innit? It's the worst start I have got for playing FPL for like 5 or 6 seasons. Last season it started off pretty strong, which is about 740,000. But then this season it just it just hits me at the start of the season, though. I'm pretty chill about it because over the course of this long period of time playing FPL, I've experienced something like this quite a lot of times, so I'm not too worried about it. And really, the the most useless rank is your game week 1 rank because it just nothing show there. The most important thing is like, is there a major problem in your team? Like, is somebody not playing the role that you expect them to play, or they're not playing at all? I didn't see those in my team. I think it is a bit of unlucky that nobody really put up the points that I needed, which I'm gonna monitor for another week or two and then see what's the result. But I'm so just let me just walk you through the team. So in goal is Verbruggen. As we all know, Brighton concede in the 97th minute by a goal by Rodrigo Muniz, which shanked my clean sheets point off. I mean, that's obviously frustrating, but for the pick of Verbruggen, I'm still okay with it because I'm just not willing to put in 5 million on a goalkeeper, even though Robert Sanchez got 9 points, probably I think 9 points in this round. But once I've choose the keeper, I won't change it like that early because it just cost me like a transfer or so. And then the back line, Tarkovsky, as you expected, will get a defensive contribution point. And he got a shot really close in the inside the box, but he didn't manage to put it in the net, which I'm a bit disappointed in. And then, well done to Leeds. To be in all fairness, I didn't expect them to beat Everton 1-0, which I'm okay with that. I think Tarkowski, for me, basically, I'm just expecting a 4-pointer in almost every game week. So I'm pretty happy with that pick. And for Pro, again, a clean sheet against Burnley. Didn't quite get any defensive contribution up there, but overall I'm happy with Porro, but I'm just not going to pick him next week. And Murillo, again, another frustrating one, losing the clean sheet in the 83rd minute to a penalty by Thiago from Brentford. And he didn't get the DC point, which is kind of frustrating to me as well because most of the DC's is gotten by Elliot Anderson, who also got an assist. That's a bit where I'm regretting I didn't put Elliot Anderson in my team instead of put Dewsbury Horton. And moving on to midfield, well, the whole front core, except Mo Salah, everybody blanked. Yeah, that's how brutal the truth is. Even Mo Salah scored in the very last minute of the stoppage time. Otherwise, it would have gone so much worse. Well, Cole Palmer, I just didn't see anything from him in the Chelsea game. I think he didn't play like more as attacking as last season, or it might just be a Chelsea problem. I'm not sure. I think what he does is playing primarily in the left wing still, and then more of like a wing assisted attacking midfield, if that's what you say, which is a bit weird for him. I think he's not really used to play that role yet. I don't know whether it's for creating space for João Pedro to drop back, or anything. I just think Cole Palmer's position looks a bit weird to me. That's one thing you're gonna keep an eye on in the next few game weeks, because if he keeps continue playing like that and struggles, then Cole Palmer will become the probably an option to sell to Bukayo Saka, especially. I mean, probably the only move I'll consider this week is Cole Palmer to Bukayo Saka, but I'm willing to save one more transfer and see what's going on next week. And then Ismail Assar, it's just boring. 0-0 between Chelsea and Palace. I did not expect the first 0-0 is between these two teams, but Sarr just didn't have much performance room in that game for me to say. Of course, Eze got a free kick that rolled out, which I think is completely nonsense by the referee. I think maybe that count will open up the game a little bit more, but nothing to say. I'm gonna keep looking at it because I want to see what he do against Sunderland and West Ham. Dewsbury Hall. The good thing about Dewsbury Hall is he played the number 10 role and he played a full 90 minutes. Well, the bad thing is he didn't take any shots, which is a bit worrying. But at 5 million, I think that's all right. That's completely all right. If he can manage like 90 minutes every single game week, I wouldn't mind putting him in for a bit longer. And I hope sometimes can wrap up the defensive contribution point as well. Well, in comparison, of course, Reinders, as we all know, got a 10-pointer. But again, he's rising price now already. I have to make 2 transfers, take a -4 to get him in. I'm just not really willing to do that unless it's downgrade like a Sarr or Verts, which I also still pretty like. I'm being honest with you guys. So, and again, City don't really have a nice run of fixtures. I think they've got City, they've got Spurs, they've got Brighton, they got Arsenal, they got Newcastle, which I'm just gonna keep looking for another week or so. And if Reinders keep playing this good, I'm probably gonna bring him in game week 6 where they play against Burnley and probably use my free hit or something or wildcard to get him in there. And as for Verts, the problem with Verts is I think he's a bit of afraid of contact. I think he's still not used to the Premier League. The referee's attitude on making physical contact, which I think is one thing he needs to completely continue to work on, not be afraid of those things, and then be stronger. But then overall, I think his passing is good. He organized Liverpool front court pretty well. We can see bits and bits of his talent there. I just think he needs to keep working with McAllister, with those frontline people to get more used to them. And I think when Gravenberch back in next week, the midfield is going to be Gravenberch, McAllister, and Verts. I think with Gravenberch defense attribution there, Verts will probably have major boost in his performance because McAllister don't need to worry about putting that much defense work again, which will have more of a chance to keep working with Florian Verts, so on and so forth. Which of course I'm just going to keep monitor Verts for I think quite a long one because I just really like Verts and I think he's going to shine at Liverpool. Frontline Watkins, unfortunate in Azri Konza, red card just cost the game for Villa. Nil. There's another nil. But yeah, nothing to say. Always a solid pick. Don't worry too much about it. And the Fulkrug, it's just incredibly how shit West Ham played. I'm sorry with the word, but unbelievable how shit West Ham played. And Fulkrug missed quite a lot of chances, I'll say. I think his football rating is lowest, but again, I mean, there's no point panicking now for me. It's not like they didn't play 90 minutes. They get subbed off early. They all play 90 minutes, so why am I worried about that? If you're on the pitch, you got a chance to score for me, and I think Fulkrug is still a good pick. As for the bench is where I'm kind of hated on. Dubravka, okay. I think 90 minutes for Dubravka shows a very good sign that he's the starting goalkeeper for Burnley. And I think out of all three promotion teams, Burnley is the weakest, if I'm being honest. Strand Larson, 81 minutes against City, got a really, really good chance. Set to miss it. And Munesi got some good chances as well. Scored some offside goals. That shows me that Wolves' offense attack is not a big problem for me. I think Larson will eventually pop off. He will pop off in some games, maybe game week 3, game week 5, who knows. But I think Larson overall is still a good pick. And of course, I've got two bloody defenders that got a clean sheet, a 6 point. I didn't put it on. One is Chris Richards because I did not expect Chelsea not to score. And the next one is Ronaldo. I did not expect Sunderland to be West Ham and get a clean sheet. And Ronaldo actually looks really good in this game. I think he's pretty attacking in all the cases. And he can ramp up the DC points as you need it. Same thing with Chris Richards. He just doesn't get enough DC, I guess. 8 is, which is not bad. But overall, it's a pretty shit game week. I'm not gonna lie to you, but my mindset after the first few game weeks have come back now to a pretty calm stage. Yeah, I feel good. I feel good about my team. Let me show you my game week 2 team. Nothing there. Nothing gonna change with the keeper. Backline, I've put Porro down, I've put Richards up. I think Richards can rank up the defensive contributions against Forest. And I just don't think Porro can keep a clean sheet against City. And I'm not sure whether his attacking ability will get shown, like fully produced in the game against City. So I benched him, which could massively hit me. Because normally when you got 3 5.5 mil defenders, you should play them every week. But then I'll say I'll give Richards a shout. And then midfield 5, exactly the same one. I don't know if you should captain Salah or Palmer. Salah you can always trust, I believe. And then Palmer playing against very, very inconsistent West Ham team, I'll say. That's the word I'm going to use. And then Sarr the same, Dewsbury, Horn, Verts. Watkins, the change in forward line is Larson for Fulkrug. I'm just not very optimistic about whether West Ham can break Chelsea down. I think that's one of my stuff that leans me towards Strand Larson because Bournemouth backline is almost completely tear down in the summer. And then you can see Liverpool score 4 goals on them, so I think Strand Larson will have a chance of putting one of them back in the net that game week. And I'm kind of struggling whether to put Dubravka and Ronaldo on because they're playing each other, and I think it's going to be a pretty even game. I think it might be a 0-0 if I'm being honest. So I might change Ronaldo for Richards and Dubravka for Bruggen, but I'm just not sure yet. Or another option is I play my bench boost because after game week 1, I can already see like all my players having consistent minutes on the pitch, so I can play my bench boost anytime because they're all going to have guaranteed minutes. The only 2 that didn't play full 90 is Strand Larson and Vers, but they also played 81 minutes. That's one thing I'll definitely consider about is playing the bench boost. And as for now, I'm pretty happy with my team. I'm not planning making any transfers. But the few to monitor is, of course, goalkeeper. You got to look like David Ray and Robert Sanchez and Vicario. I just wouldn't buy Vicario now because of the City game. Sanchez, of course, if you got a problem with your bench keeper, you can buy him in. But I just wouldn't see anybody having a goalkeeper that's injured or something right now. I'm a little bit regret not buying Sanchez at the start because of his high ownership and then what he provides, probably will provide. Same thing with the likes of David Raya. Got a 10-pointer, 3, I think, how many bonus? Yeah, 3 bonus point and 2 saves. 7 saves, actually. By the way, Arsenal looks pretty bad in that game. I think United deserves a penalty for that Cunha incident. And again, the set pieces is debatable. whether that's a league or not. But I think United overall looks really, really surprising. I'm talking about the players coming up for United. Up to defenders, I think Rico Lewis is an avoid now, 65 minutes, and he might move to Forest, which is something you need to look at. I think if he moves to Forest and he takes the position of, I think it's Olaina, right? Yeah, he's right back. If he takes the position of Olaina, that could be really interesting. Ballard, 4.5. I just wouldn't go for him. Calafiori is fine in the left back. I think Lewis Kelly will get the odd minutes. So I think Calafiori's minute is not that secured as you expected. Saliba, always a solid option in an Arsenal back defense, sorry. Will get your defensive contribution points, obviously, but not as much as other players. But the fixture's coming up, which is not good despite the lead. So I'll probably get him in game week 7 afterwards, any Arsenal player. And I'm just going to take whatever they do against Leeds in game week 2. But to be honest, Leeds did play pretty well against Everton. So it could be a shocking one, in my opinion. Achim Pimpong, not going to consider because once Tosin is back, he's going to lose his position. So not really a consideration there. Tariq Mitchell, again, could be considered. Got you the defensive contribution points. But I just prefer Minars more. And Mitchell will probably be the more defensive one. But it really up to you how the Crystal Palace defender you're going to go for. I think Richards is the one that gets your DC points. And I think Mark Guehi will leave. Lacroix is more attacking than Richards. And will also get the defensive contribution points. But he's also 0.5 million more expensive than Chris Richards. Yeah. And Goodmanson, 4 million. I think it's a shout, 4 million for Leeds defender is not bad. He played a 90. He got 9 points. How did he hit? Yeah, he got 9 points. He got a clean sheet, and he's got 3 bonus. I think he's considerable. Yeah, Goodmanson is a great pick. I think it's a good pick, but you don't need to waste it on a 4 million transfer on a 4 million defender now. Nori's good, 90 minutes, I think. Yep, he's a really good option there. We'll just avoid any Newcastle defender now because of what the mess is going around in that club. Semenyo in midfield, absolutely amazing pick. Same thing with Reinders. I think those two are really, really considerable. You can put them in your team. As you can see, the rise in price already. I think for Semenyo, their fixtures coming up is really, really good. I think it's a one to consider if you want to change something in your midfield. Same thing with Reinders. I think his attacking role in that City, he's like his position, he's like a number 8, but he goes forwards most of the times to try to get a goal or so, which is very good for something called for his point. Kudus is fun, 10 points, considerable, and let's see what happened with Eze there. I think actually. And Anton Stash, which is really, really interesting because one of my friends that mentioned him, I didn't really pay attention to him, but it looks like he did a great job. He caught the penalty. He's 5 million. He's cheap. He's playing that more of advanced role in the Leeds team as well. A number 8 sometimes like goes up to a number 10. I think he's considerable in that 5 million range. It's just whether you trust the Leeds midfielder long term, For the same price, I actually trust Tuchel Hall more. So, but again, he's the one to consider. And then moving up to the forward line, of course, Haaland did Haaland things. You can get him in. I mean, in game week 6 probably. I just wouldn't change from Salah to Haaland now because that's where you pick at the start, unless you have both of them. I wouldn't just change from Salah to Haaland now. Overall, Haaland showed what he can do, and he's absolutely amazing. Chris Wood, I mean, the underdog just proved his point. He can still score. He's still balling at the age of 34, 35. And I think Palace got a really good Forest got a really, really good fixture run in the next 5 game weeks. You got two promotion team, West Ham at home and Palace away. So I think if you're looking to change from a João Pedro to him, or like a whatever 7.5 Mateta to him, is absolutely viable. I think Chris Wood is still a good option overall. And for other forwards, Ekitike and Richarlison are the same situation, whether Solanke or Isak is going to take their minutes. So you got to wait and see. And Liverpool doesn't have a great fixture next week. Same thing with Richarlison. Yeah, and overall, I think that's what I'm going to go for today. I think that's the end of this video today. Let me know your thoughts down in the comment below. What were you going to do? What are you going to do to your team? Any transfer you plan to make? And don't forget, make sure to subscribe to the FPL Mike channel. And I'll see you guys very soon in a bit. Cheers.